Hello everyone. Today I'll be reading How to Make a Living from Music. The term author will be used to describe songwriters, composers, and arrangers. And then it says the term performer will be used to describe those who sing or play musical instruments or make any audible sound on a recording, such as hand clapping. And then it went further to talk about the fact that some people are just authors, while some are just performers, and while some other people combine both as both authors and performers. And then here it says, in the examples given, Lady Gaga and Bob Marley are both authors and performers as they wrote most of their works on the recording. That means these people wrote their songs and they also sang the song or performed the song. So then it goes further to say Elton John also qualifies as both an author and a performer as he writes most of the music for his recording but not the lyrics, and is also a performer. So for these people, they will be collecting royalties from both sides. And then it now says Bernie Taupin is a pure author as he only writes lyrics for Elton John and does not perform in the recording studio or on stage. So some people are pure songwriters, they just write their songs and then they sell it or they license it or whatever they want to do with it to exploit the song, and that's how they make their money, but they do not go to the recording studio to sing it or go on stage to sing it. And then it says Elvin Presley was a pure performer as he relied on others to write works for him. Now, for this person, they have just said he does not write the songs, he gets people to write it for him, he pays them, and then he performs the work. So now it has gone further to say it is important to always remember these two sets of rights in anything to do with music. Thinking of real tracks with one reel as the author's right and the other as performer's right is a good way to think about it. This is also very good, especially when you're going through a contract. When you see author, you know what the contract is referring to, and when you see performer, you know what the contract is referring to. And then I don't know if you can see this table, but it's now talks in details about who an author is and who a performer is. And it says songwriters, composers, lyricists, arrangers under author, and then performer, it says singers, musical instrument players. And under this, it says authors, they create works, that their rights are copyright, and then it says that their protection is usually for the life of the author and 50 to 70 years after. In Nigeria, it's 70 years after. And that this particular work is exploited by music publishers. So when you look at people that are authors, the people who administer and help them to get economic revenue from the author side is the music publisher. And for example, they say Benny Taupin, Lady Gaga, Elton John, and Bob Marley. And then under the singer side and the musical instrument players, it says when they create the work, those are fixed performances, also known as recordings. Their rights are related rights. So related rights or neighboring rights. So while the author's rights are copyrights, their own right is related rights or copyright. Their protection mostly lasts for 50 to 70 years from the first release to the public, except for the US. And then examples: Elvis Presley, Lady Gaga, Elton John, and Bob Marley. So this is a very interesting book, like I said, and you can never lose reading it. So thank you and have a lovely day. Bye.